Welcome back to Dr. Lautrec. And
now we're making things interesting, folks.
we are?
And supposedly we're reaching
Yes, I
the end of
know.
our
In the
campaign.
background, me and Dwibs are having a Pokemon battle. See? Interesting.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. My co-commentators are so bored of this game that they've decided to just play Pokemon while this is going on.
But
Don't
this
worry,
game
folks, though.
has,
I
like,
have
mini
mastered the
Pokemon
art of
element to it.
multitasking.
Far more challenging than the rest.
Huh. Garchomp actually held up well. Alright.
Can you tell us what sort of labyrinth it is?
Yes.
Oh,
It
is it...
said that within the labyrinth hidden on the
Is it a Sonic Labyrinth?
Oh no, not Latias! Oh my god, Pokemon movie flashbacks. Pokemon movie flashbacks.
Which movie? There are a lot of
Java,
them.
keep your talking on the game in general. I mean,
Pedro, I'm referencing that movie.
I don't remember being a labyrinth in the 5th Pokemon movie.
No, I'm talking about the one with Latias. You know what happened in that.
I do, and I don't remember there being a labyrinth in it.
Maybe this is a good chance.
There technically was the hidden thing, but
For Claude.
you remember the...
Remember how he tried to propose to
Come on,
Milady
Jova.
the other day?
Right.
That movie's unforgettable anyway.
Please try.
I only remember like
See, even
two
Sophie.
Pokemon movies.
Wow! Guess what, Jova? Apparently, Sophie agrees with you.
How they weren't
She's also asking me to
their
remember.
feelings.
Yeah.
Well, this is a chance for Claude to impress her.
Awesome.
If
We're
he
back to Claude and
succeeds,
Milady.
Perhaps Milady will tell him how she really feels.
Yes, the two good characters in this. Well, there's Sophie too, I guess.
And I can see no merit in bringing that oaf along.
Well, fuck
I
you
want to
then.
concentrate solely on the mystery.
I know. But don't you want to do something?
Come
for
on,
them?
pick. You're gonna get hit by my fly anyway.
Silly conversation. Let's go.
I guess Lautrec is unlucky in love, so he's a bit bitter.
This is the evidence.
Treasure Animatus we currently
Actually, she remember it doesn't care
have.
about
We're
love.
Practically home and dry. Let's go for it.
Well now.
Ow, that hurt.
And by the way, the reason you're listening to water is because this particular place takes place near next to a fountain, and you keep hearing the fountain in that part for some reason.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where did this random fountain come from?
Oh, here it is. Here's a gimmick you might enjoy. See, rocks, and if you get hit by the rocks, you just go whoops, and there you go. You just go about your merry way again.
How unbelievably pointless.
Wow.
One thing after another in this labyrinth.
Yeah, trust me, I'm with Sophie right now because I just skipped a lot of bullshit.
How come Jova's one-hit KOing my Pokemon?
It's a Mega Mawile, Libs.
When it comes to solving mysteries,
That said, I
here we
have no
go.
idea
Hold on.
why.
I, unfortunately, find you so dashing at such times.
Why?
What?
Seriously?
She finds him dashing when he's all passionate about the mystery and shit.
How lovely.
Sophie, are the guys in this town so bad that the only one you have any affection for is Lautrec?
Apparently,
Well,
yeah.
there's Claude, but he's sort of taken by Milady, so yep.
And I lost.
Claude.
Hey, look.
Huh.
You know, I'm convinced that because he's so interesting, I'm convinced that Claude isn't even from here.
Claude.
That would certainly make sense.
Say something.
Oh crap! What happened?
Another single battle or double?
Don't do a trade.
Okay.
You place those hands, sir.
That's what she said.
Something didn't feel
Well,
right.
excuse you.
Sorry. I was dreaming about Milady.
Aww.
What's O power?
What are you doing here?
I never quite understood that. But yeah, that's nice of Claude.
Oh, that means I can give you something.
I'm an adventurer.
Oh, nice.
I'm here to try and get
Here, have
Gustav.
some attack power.
And you've been a victim of
Gee,
this labyrinth
thanks.
snares, is that it?
So yeah, Claude has been a victim to the labyrinth traps. Basically, he was trying to get the treasure so he could impress Milady.
It baffles the mind that
So,
you take such a risk in the first place.
what happened to him
After all,
exactly?
usually
I
it's
just
the
said,
easiest
Jova.
and most
I know. But I mean, go, what particularly hurt
A
him?
very nice thing to
Like,
say.
as in, like,
we never
what
see
did-
it.
I find it shocking that Milady even gave you this map in the first place.
Gee, some cursed maze. I mean, he got his way back out all the same.
She didn't give it to me. I took it when she wasn't looking.
Basically, this particular quest is one of the hardest ones. So she didn't want to give it to Claude because she thought he would just be putting himself in danger pointlessly. But Claude wanted to prove himself to Milady, so he took the map without her realizing.
Only give it to those she deemed.
Aw, that's actually touching on both sides.
She wouldn't let me have it.
Why aren't we focusing on these two characters?
Well, Jova, again, this is the side quest where Claude and Milady finally hook up. So, well, actually, no.
Oh, good.
Well, actually, no. Never mind. It's in the post game. This is the one where their romance becomes even more apparent. But it's not until the final, one of the final post game quests where we actually do see him hook up.
Now there's a man of single-minded devotion.
Single-minded devotion.
Well, Claude, what now?
With an
I've
injury
got
like
a
that,
Vesta.
you're not going anywhere.
I
I suppose
guess
you'll
that's
just have to rest
good.
here for a while.
Thank you, Sophie.
Yeah, nothing could possibly happen to him now.
Oh yeah, totally.
I'm fine. And I'm willing to risk my life for you.
Can I please have a game about this guy?
You impressed?
Yeah, I'd actually play that.
Pretty low on the dashing scale, I'd say.
Well, fuck you!
Trying.
He's more I mean, I'm not even gay, and I think he's more dashing than fucking Lautrec.
A
I'm
driggy
gay and
dog.
I think he's more dashing than Lautrec. We all think he's more
Well,
than Lautrec.
what should we
Yeah. Heck, at this point, single-celled amoebas would probably find him more dashing than Lautrec.
Thanks, Doc.
Alright, back to what's supposed to be a dungeon.
Looks pretty boring.
That's because it is boring, Dwips.
Don't worry, I'm sure something fun will show up. It only takes several other parts.
I find it interesting how Jova, who's been trying to stay positive, has officially given up.
Oh, no, I haven't given up yet. I'm just at the point where I'm multitasking.
Really? You sound very negative with that most recent comment you just made.
It's just Jova's still trying
He
to
said
figure
a lot
out.
of negative things about this. Oh, guys, maybe you could get involved in this Pokemon battle.
Huh?
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Pokemon battle.
Oh, that Pokemon
Let's get a
battle.
Pokemon battle,
Goody.
guys.
Sophie?
Yes, it lives.
and people.
Its guardian spirit looks really powerful.
I bet it's not.
Oh, I love this part.
That
New
face.
sprite.
It looks.
Oh, wow.
To the deepest, darkest
By the way, okay. The voice acting is fantastic in this game. However, what the fuck was happening in that line? Because he was supposed to be laughing loud, and yet the actor just said ha ha ha. Like I appreciate the actors of this game, but man, that line was so phoned in.
It's really fun.
I get the feeling that he's being sarcastic with it.
You
And that's why he laughed like that.
This is my time to shine.
Well, fuck you. Give somebody else a time to
it's
shine.
About time. Do the whole game.
Ooh, ditto. Okay.
Alright.
Appears to be a terrestrial spirit.
It appears to be terrestrial, whatever.
Oh, a terrestrial spirit. Keen.
It's not like we fought like a fucking billion of those in the game. And yes, 688 attacks. It's actually one of the most powerful treasure animatas in the game.
Even though he looks so much like all the others.
Well, they all look the same. Well, the treasures themselves look different. It's just that the spirits always look the same.
You'd think that they would at least put effort to, have the more powerful ones be a bit more unique in appearance.
Yeah, and there aren't many of them, so I guess they could have tried.
Yeah. There we go. Birdie!
Okay, that's it for trading.
Oh, okay. Back to battling.
Thank you very much, Jova.
So, another single battle.
Actually, I was thinking of a double battle.
Okay, double then triple.
Okay.
In the meantime, we have this, whatever number kind of battle going on screen.
Well, Jova,
like,
it's simple.
it's like-
Just keep hitting him until until you win. It's that simple.
Unless you run out of monsters.
Honestly, Jova, at this point, I've got so many monsters. I'm pretty sure.
Hey, look, you tamed it.
Again, Jova, before you go into each dungeon, you always get the information of what type of monster it is, and what his statures and what his stats are. So you can always prepare yourself more than fittingly for each dungeon. So getting the treasure on Animatus is always a fucking piece of cake. I managed to 100% this game without breaking a single sweat.
Well, yeah, that's pretty easy.
Is it over?
Yes.
You're right, Doc.
Hey, what up, Doc?
But that was a very difficult riddle to unravel.
What riddle? That was a battle. Unless you're speaking figuratively.
Yes.
Figuratively.
There you go. He's giving in the treasure because again he doesn't need it.
Go ahead,
Ah,
Claude.
at least he's acting less pompous about it. Finally.
Go ahead and
it's
take
over
it.
near
I
the
could
end.
not care less.
You know, that's sort of the problem. It's like, well, okay, Lautrec is finally acting more like at least a decent human being, but it's when we're like 75% of the way where he's actually consistently acting like it. It's like all of a sudden a new writer all of a sudden came on board and said, hey, this is the main character. Maybe we should make him at least somewhat likable.
Fine then. Suit yourself. I think it's about time to head back now. Hey, Doc.
Or at least a half-decent human being. Just saying, you know?
Yeah.
I think someone dropped. Oh no, wait. Jova, are you there?
Dun 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 dun.
We lost
Dun,
Jova.
dun, dun.
Oh, welcome.
Well, it's okay. Don't worry. I'm still
What
recording.
happened? Oh no, you're hurt.
It's nothing. Just a little blunder on my part.
This is no laughing matter. I must tend to your wounds at once.
Milady, forgive me. Truth is, I took that map without permission.
...
She's like, I know. You're not very good at hiding it.
I wonder if she's angry.
Milady, Claude's wounds are proof of his sincerity and courage.
Well, that's
And maybe his stupidity.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's what I was gonna say.
ladies and gentlemen, fucking Dr. Bipolar. One moment he doesn't care, and one moment he's suddenly saying something that actually sounds like a good person would say.
You must forgive Claude.
Yeah. I think Jova best reset Skype.
Merely a little disappointed. It takes a special kind of imbecile to be so reckless. You don't actually think wounds are a man's badge of honor, do you?
They're not. I mean, sorry. I was just trying to impress.
You really are an idiot. You didn't have to do this.
Milady.
I think we should go, Doctor.
Yes, we should.
Yes, we should. I love the way he delivers it. Like, yes, we should.
I think those two are going to be fine now.
We should
Again,
stay.
like I keep saying, the voice actors are way too fucking good for this game. These voice actors tried their damnest to make this script work.
There, Doctor. Claude's wounds are proof of his sincerity and courage. How dashing! I never thought I'd hear words like that from you.
It's not really dashing, it's just stupid.
Ah, that scene was actually touching.
It was.
I know.
Someone loved me with all his heart like that.
Ah.
Again, like I was saying, Joe, before you dropped, these voice actors are way too fucking good for this game. These voice actors are trying their hardest. I honestly think at the end of this playthrough, I'm gonna give them a round of applause for putting so much effort into trying to make the script work. Because these voice actors are, like I said, these voice actors are clearly too damn good for this game. I really hope they have voice acting careers after this.
And the real sad thing
It
is
would be
like,
a really it would be a real shame if they don't.
And the real sad thing is, like, well, I've grown to actually kind of like Lautrec. The problem is, like, well, his character kind of had to do a bit of a 180, 75%
Yeah, it's
of the way
exactly.
into the game.
Yeah, it's exactly my point. Like I said, I was talking about Dr. I just nicknamed him Dr. Bipolar because the character doesn't actually develop; he just resets.
You know, Jova, maybe it was a mistake for me to pick no restrictions on this battle.
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting. If the outcomes was pretty much obvious right as I found out your Pokemon were like level 100.
All right, so here's the
I guess I
final.
should probably use my battle box next time. Those are lower level.
Hold on, guys. So yeah, this is the final side quest before before the end, the climax of the game. After this, we're going straight to end the main plot.
Okay.
Also, Pedro, we're gonna need your recording.
I know. Don't worry, mine is fine.
You know,
Go ahead.
like the
Sure.
majority of this game, well, at least our playthrough has been revolved around so many side quests that it's kind of drilled into my brain that it's actually the main plot.
Again, well, there's a good reason for that, Shiroi.
Like I said, Sheree, it's Okami done wrong.
Hold on.
Yes, it has been awfully uneventful. And I hope it's
I love how the game itself is also talking about how boring it is.
Rocky helmet.
Well, at least I got to
Wait,
hit
he's
Joe
back again?
before I died.
Yes, this is gonna be our last confrontation versus Gustav.
Jovi, sure you don't want to start this battle over just with some restrictions on, because it's only going to end one way.
Okay,
then.
okay, Jova, here's interesting. Okay, Jova, since you
battle.
actually like Gustav, you might actually find this interesting. This time he's bringing his co-workers to help him find the treasure first.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to forfeit.
You had a team of three!
So,
Yeah.
what you are lacking isn't manpower, it's brain power.
For as much as I hate to admit it, yeah, he has a point.
mm-hmm.
There, I gave you that one. Don't get used to it, Lautrec.
This is a what is
Well,
it?
like we said, Pedro, I mean, well, he's a better.
DS game.
Hold on, Jova. What is it, Chiri?
It's a DS or a 3DS game.
3DS.
3DS.
3DS. It's
Alright, well, either way, it would have been slightly more impressive on the DS, but either way, I give credit to having almost every scene completely voiced.
like,
Yeah,
well, the
especially
thing,
considering how much you factor in how often you have to pay a voice actor.
well, the thing is, God, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it wasn't a launch 3DS game, but it did come out in late 2011. So for all
It was an early 3DS game.
for all intents and purposes, it's an early 3DS game.
Okay.
Mm.
I wonder
Yeah.
how the voice actors felt during this, especially the Tracks voice actor.
Obviously,
I get the feeling that the voice actors were actually having fun for the most part.
yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Joe
It's
here.
like, well, usually the way that the voice acting goes is like, well, the voice actors do their job. I mean, like, well, for all they know, and it's usually up to, the other makers to actually string it together into a proper plot.
Not to mention what else is there in the game that's of value? The music's bland. The puzzles
The
are.
music occasionally has some good tracks. The issue
Yeah,
is
it
like,
does.
well,
I
it
actually,
does the whole,
like I said,
RPG thing of having, having to repeat the
like
music.
for example,
over and
that
over, like,
emotion. Allow me, Jova. Like the emotional theme, the piano emotional theme that just played right when we were having that touching scene with Milady and Claude. I actually like that one. And like I said, if there's one thing that I will definitely give credit to the soundtrack with this game is the fucking the credits theme we're going to listen in the next part. The credits theme is fucking awesome. I will give it that because it's full blown orchestra and it really is a pretty awesome theme. I have to say, I liked it a lot. So, but we'll get to hear that in the next part.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I just had a thought.
By the way, Libs,
Yep.
since Jova's why don't you finish that thought you were saying about the puzzles are bland and keep going?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyway, I was just gonna say, I wonder. When it comes to the Euros, yeah, I know, unrelated, but I can't really think of anything else to say about this game. I'm afraid.
Okay.
We can't face the Portuguese because we're in the same pot as them in the draw phase. But what if we end up getting Wales?
All right,
Good luck
I'm
with
back.
that.
Yeah.
Good luck with what now?
We're talking about sports now.
Well, John,
Cool.
well, Joe, but there's only so many things we can say about the same puzzle we've been solving for fucking hours now.
Should I go easy on Blibs and use my battle box, or should I use my usual party?
Well, I was going to say, while there are a couple of tracks here and there that do actually stand out, Most of them are not
they're
bad.
bland.
It's kind of
Bland and forgettable.
well, it's one of those does its purpose kind of soundtracks, if that makes any sense.
No, I see what you mean. Like when you're
Like
playing,
Boom,
when you're hold on. Basically, what you're saying is it's one of those soundtracks where when you're playing the game itself, the soundtrack does a good enough job, setting the mood. But when you're actually listening to it outside of the game, it's just bland and doesn't really.
I wouldn't go out of my way to listen to these tracks, but they do a good job for what they were set out to do.
As for what you said about Boom, actually, I'm going to argue that Boom's soundtrack is even worse than that. Boom is just plain forgettable. For the most part, when I'm playing Rise of Lyric, I don't even notice the music.
Well, I do notice the music of Rise of Lyric. In fact, I'd actually argue that the 3DS soundtrack is more forgettable. Because Rise of Lyric goes for more, like a cinematic orchestra, which, granted, for a Sonic game is rather unorthodox, but I'd still say that.
Actually, Jova, not really. I mean, we've been kind of
Unleashed had a glorious cinematic soundtrack.
Yeah, we've been kind of having that since Unleashed. I mean, it's kind of Tomoyo Otani's modus operandi. So,
okay, fair enough. But I mean, I guess the difference is Rise of Lyric goes for more, for more cinematic as opposed to, also factoring in that whole Sonic factor thing. It's it's cinematic, but it's not exactly Sonic style of cinematic.
the problem is that, I swear to you, Jova, I cannot remember a single tune from that game aside from the main theme.
I think that's everyone's opinion on it, really.
Like, if you ask me to hum any tune from that game aside from... Actually, I don't think I even can hum the main theme, because the melody is just so... Ugh.
I can hum more tunes from Shadow the Hedgehog than I can...
honestly, I'm actually going to disagree with that, because, the only thing, to me, holding Shadow the Hedgehog's soundtrack
So let me
over...
get this straight. You find Shadow the Hedgehog even less memorable as a soundtrack than Rise of Lyric.
Pedro
Actually,
No, I said I can hum more tunes.
Should we let Pedro explain why, then?
Yeah, let me explain. What I mean, okay, I'll just say this. The one thing that still holds Shadow the Hedgehog soundtrack over Rise of Lyric to me is the vocal tracks, because I really love the vocal tracks. But aside from...
I wasn't actually referring to the vocal tracks at all. I mean the in-game stuff.
Well, I'm talking about the entire soundtrack in general, because the vocal tracks are part of the soundtrack.
The vocal tracks from Shadow the Hedgehog.
Those
are actually good.
The vocal tracks are great, and that's the one thing keeping that game from being as forgettable music-wise as Rise of Lyric to me.
That's the only good thing multiple endings, and a lot of multiple endings actually brought to that game, was a lot of different really good vocal tracks.
Yeah, it allowed Jun to bring in a lot of awesome bands.
You didn't use water shuriken on my camera opt?
So yeah, basically,
I'm going easy on you.
So yeah, basically what happened was, they were Gustav broke in for one of those doors because he thought, okay, let's go for this door. So obviously, considering this is Gustav we're talking about, obviously that's the wrong door. So basically, we're going to have to cut through one of these doors. One of them leads to an optional treasure Animatus, and the other one actually leads to the path we're supposed to go. Okay, here we go. Hey, Jova, find the 4 differences.
Let's see, there's one there, there's one there. Oh yeah, there's also that thing up top there. And yeah, there's that one you got.
There's a person missing in the bottom picture.
Don't bother,
Is that a person? It's quite blurry. It's quite blurry.
Don't bother,
Very
Shiroi.
good, Shiroi.
Don't bother, Shiroi.
No,
I have pretty good vision, and even I have trouble finding it, because most of the time in these puzzles, the differences are so fucking microscopic. Like, at some points, I mean, but then again, me and Joe have already covered this in an earlier part, so... But yeah, puzzle solved. A little break to save. That's another thing I'll give this game. The save state, like save feature, pretty much allows me to pretty much exploit the hell out of it for the sake of never losing repetition points. Making buying items way easy, so easy. Basically, the save feature pretty much breaks the game when you get right down to... Oh, okay.
This was the right way.
Well, of course it was.
Yes, it would appear so.
Yes.
I can't tell if he's being sarcastic in the way he said that or not.
Yes, it would appear so.
Yeah, he's just being dramatic.
Let the taming begin.
Oh, come on, Lautrec,
And
say
that sounded like a question.
Okay, oh, come on, Lautrec, say we're feeling. Let the taming begin! Come on, put some oomph into it.
Appears to be an avian spirit.
Oh, hey, we haven't seen one of these sort of avian spirits in a while, I guess.
Yeah, this is what happens when you get a big avian spirit fight in big avian spirits. It's basically a bat.
Well, hey, at least it's something different for once.
Whatever.
It's not much, but
yeah. Okay, so you know how this works. Just keep beating the crap out of him until he falls down. You know what? Like this. You know, at least Yokai Watch, you're actually taking control. You're actually, giving out orders and healing your Yokai and constantly switching formations and stuff. So you're actually still interacting with what's going on. So there is, especially with the harder bosses that I've heard, that actually require quite a bit of interaction from you, the player. In here, I swear to you, most of the time in these battles, I'm not even looking at the screen. Jesus Christ. So yeah.
So at this point, are you just mashing?
At this point, like I said, Joe, I've checked completely out of it. Oh look, I won. Go figure.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is so unsatisfying because I never for once broke a sweat in these battles. I mean, this is almost as boring as the battles in fucking Mystic Quest. Okay. Oh well, side quest done at least.
Aha! Can't protect yourself from that move, Age Over.
Oh, at least it... Oh, shoot, yeah, it did.
Actually, Sophie was pretty boring.
Child's play.
Yeah, I kind of wish I was watching that movie, actually.
I love that. Protected yourself, but yet...
Mr. Blockenstein?
But it broke the protection.
Hey, guys. Gustav's last name...
Oh my god, you're right, Pedro.
Gustav's last name is Blockenstein.
The treasure is mine.
Blockenstein?
You have now lost one.
Blockhead.
Anyway, there you go. Gustav officially lost.
Yay!
And he fainted?
Please say something.
Please, say something.
Come along now, Sophie.
Yes, leave the unconscious man in the ground.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be fine.
What's that you were saying, Joe, about him becoming a better character?
Welcome back, monsieur.
He'll be fine.
Seems you've avoided the dreaded revenge.
The dreaded revenge.
Of course we do.
Of course we...
Hopefully, you won't have to hear that obnoxious laugh again.
Guess again, Sophie.
Ugh.
I wouldn't be so sure.
See? Aha! My quick claw lets me move first.
Go figure. Oh goody, that move again. Phantom Force.
I think he's had enough.
Already.
Who's had enough?
See, Pedro, I told you he'd be just side.
Dispense with that.
I got...
Oh,
He's more fun than Dweeb's Skeptile.
I mean Gustav.
Yeah. I never agreed to do so. That scenery is so fucking delicious.
Yummy.
Jesus Christ. Did the voice actor just choke?
I congratulate you on your swift recovery, Professor Gustav. Now, please see that the same happens to that wall you smashed down. Until then, you won't be getting any maps or drink from me.
Well, that's no good.
That's no good.
Okay, so basically now that Lautrec has won, they're gonna...
Now
Yeah, basically they're gonna drink to Lautrec's victory, because apparently this is worth celebrating.
Yay! Well, hey, I guess it's the final battle. And it was won.
elusive wine. How about we have a toast?
Alright.
What? Did you just say the word wine?
Is he an alcoholic?
No wine for you
No,
till you
but
repair
he's a
that
huge
wall.
appreciator of wine. Him and Lautrec.
That Drodagon's going down.
Milady, a decanter. if you please.
Certainly.
I'll get the wine glasses.
Yay!
Is Sophie even old enough?
Yeah, she's 19.
Gustav,
Oh.
I know you too are passionate about your wine, so you had better hurry with that wall repair.
Yes, on the double.
Wow, there's thingy-arites for every Pokemon.
Here's to our great victory today.
You get an Aphlerite. You get an Aphlerite. Everyone gets an Aphlerite.
I love that line. To your, but mostly my, health.
Ah, so I guess they buried the hatchet.
I guess.
Ah, I was so close to taking down the Jodigon.
Yay, more reputation points. Alright, everybody, in the next part, we finally end the main plot. Oh, wait, yeah, that's right, that's the main plot. I kind of forgot about that.
And goodbye, Darkrai. See you next time, folks.
See you, everybody.
So yeah.